Hi guys, it's Dutchess. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dutchess. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here, but we're doing daily tarot. I already said a prayer, I already set my intention, so I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle. So Spirit, for the collective of people watching this video, what is your message today, please? What is your message today, please? Alright, let me pull us some, I guess I'm gonna pull the charms after. Cornica says hi. So, I've had a rough morning, I'm not gonna lie, but we're just gonna get right into the reading so we can just get right to the advice, right? So, we have the Death card, the Devil, the King of Cups, the Page of Swords. We also have pay attention to the red flags, passion, engagement. We have Sekhmet, reduction. We also have the Way Shower, the 10 of Cups, fulfillment, the 3 of Swords, separation, the Ace of Swords, I am news, and the 10 of Wands, I am force and pressure. Okay, so the first thing that I notice here with the Death card is there's a major shift or change or transformation in your energy today or over the past couple days. I see there's been so much heavy energy and just feelings of looming force and pressure, and it's like the force and pressure both from the universe, but the force and pressure from like the past and the future, and a difficulty staying in the present. I see here, especially too with the Devil card, there's so many like past karmic thoughts and ties and cords that are being cut right now because they've been weighing you down here, especially with the Page of Swords. And it's like I feel like you're examining parts of your life or parts of your relationship or parts of like your job description or whatever. You're just examining things in your life and realizing that it's not what you thought it was, or that it's not how you want it to be. And so it's like there's some frustration here today around the observation of seeing things truly as they are, but at the same time, you're really not seeing them completely as they are because you are having this like shadowy, dark view over all of it. And it's okay to be like that. This is giving dark night of the soul, honestly, like a really painful dark night of the soul. There's some past life stuff here too, I feel, like karmic ties and stuff from past lives. But so it's like today there's a major shift in your energy. Be really kind and gentle with yourself because you're coming through almost like a portal, they're saying. It's almost like this, it's almost like a rebirth, right? Like they're showing like the birth canal. You're coming through this portal and it's like breaking the ties and chains, not only from this life, but from past lives, as well as the lineage that you were born into. So it's not even just like your own life shit. It's like your family, the past, like everything. And here with the King of Cups, it's like, it almost feels like you've been too masculine, like you've been too much in like your thinking mind too, especially here with the Page of Swords. And Spirit just said to me too, everything is not what it seems, okay? And that's both good and bad. Things are like, they're just saying it's not worse than it seems, okay? But it's also still, things are still complicated, right? That's where the frustration and the entanglements are here with the Karma, with the Devil card. Like that's where the frustration's coming from, is no, it's not simple, but it's not as bad as you think. It's also not as you see it, because you don't get it yet. They're literally like, you don't understand, and you're not supposed to understand. There's a reason you're being blocked. If you're being blocked when you're trying to tap into certain energy, there's a reason for that. So fucking stop and just trust it. And it's almost like you got so to your wit's end that you're like, I can't even, like, I'm just done. I'm over it. And it's like, it's not even like over, like, so let's say it's like your job and it's like, you know that something needs to change. It's like you're over freaking out about how, like, you know something needs to change. You're like over it in the sense that you're like, fine, something needs to change, but you're like taking time for yourself today. That's what today is about. Taking time for yourself to recuperate from all. It's like you're seeing things as they are, but still not truly as they are. I really do want to say that. You're seeing them as they are in the third dimension. So you're kind of like snapping back to reality this Pisces season, because Pisces can be really just like off in the clouds. So it's like you're snapping back to reality this Pisces season, and you're coming back into like a practical masculine energy. But it's like Spirit's like, don't get too rigid on us. We need you to still flow. We need like that divine masculine energy. The King of Cups is emotionally intelligent, right? And also they're saying like, we're not going to make you do anything that you don't want to do with the force and pressure card. Like if something's too much, then back off, right? If you're not ready for something, like we can change our minds, right? So it's like maybe, okay, I'm going to give you an example. So I was nannying this little boy, and he was like my best friend ever. I love him still. I don't talk to them anymore because of like, honestly, because of just like COVID craziness and everything that happened, and like the division and separation that was created, and the fear and things. Like I literally was like visiting him through a glass door during COVID because his parents were so, and it's like, I'm not judging them. I want to respect their fear, but it was a little traumatizing. It felt like I was at the zoo. So it was like, yeah, so they're showing me, they're saying, I have to tell you this too. It's a hard lesson I've learned in my life time and time again, that when you get attached to children that aren't your own, like they often get taken. And like sometimes children come into your life for a very short period of time so that you can heal them and they can heal you, but then you move on, and it just sucks. Like that's been one of my hardest lessons, I think, in life, is like detaching from the children in my life that aren't mine. Like when when you break up with someone, or like, and they have nieces or nephews, or they have children themselves, or I've been a nanny a lot, and it's like, it's just not easy. It's like radical detachment. It's not easy. But anyway, the story I want to tell you is they got pregnant with another, and they were paying me $15 an hour to take care of the first baby. And he was like 1.5 when I started watching him. He was 18 months. So it was really just a fun age and very easy. He's not like needing to eat all the time. He's not still breastfeeding and stuff, like, so I don't have to give him bottles. You know what I'm saying? It was very easy and fun. And then they had a second, and they only wanted to pay me $20 an hour for both of them, and one is like an infant, and he's still like so needy, and I'd never even really nannied an infant before alone. Like I've never nannied an infant, and I don't have kids myself, so that was already something that was like new and challenging for me. But then to have my little BFF like wanting to hang out and wanting to help, and also needing help with certain things, and it just made me feel so inadequate. It made me feel like, not a good nanny. I felt like I couldn't give them both what they needed. I felt like, I was like, I don't know how moms do this, like how you take care of 2 small children at the same time, because it's like, it feels like you can never give, like, it feels like both children are always longing for something, and it's never enough. And I forgot why I was telling that story. Oh, because I just felt like I felt inadequate. I wasn't enjoying myself. I also wasn't getting paid enough. Like I felt like they weren't respecting me or valuing me with how much they were paying me. And so it was like, as much as I didn't want to lose them out of my life, because I knew if I said no, that they'd remove me from their life, which they did, and just found another nanny and replaced me. It was like really painful, but it was like, I I didn't want to do it. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel aligned. And so Spirit's saying, like, there's no force or pressure around things that don't feel in alignment. If you're not ready to look at that childhood trauma, if you're not ready to take on that second job, if you're not ready for that second kid, don't force yourself or pressure yourself into doing something that you're not ready for. And it's not even the time. It's like you're crossing bridges that, like, they're not even there. And I do that a lot as a psychic, because when you can see the future and when people constantly have you tapping in and out of both the past and the future and the present, it can be really confusing. So yeah. I also see here too, for some of you, if you were on the social media thing that I was on yesterday, where it's like I was realizing that, social media isn't exactly healthy for me. This also, to me, looks like a change. It looks like a major change and a shift in what you will and won't allow people to get to you. And it doesn't even just have to be on social media. This can be in your regular life. You're walking in the grocery store and somebody says a fucking rude thing for no reason. And you're like, what the fuck? You can either engage or not. You're in the car. Somebody's tailgating you, flashing their beams at you. You can engage or not, right? And this is about, are you going to engage or not? Are you going to engage in freaking out in the lower timeline or not? Are you going to let these people get to you or whatever, let these situations get to you or not? Also, this is about too, like, some of you, if there's somebody who's like in your energy and just watching you on Instagram, but not really, like, and it doesn't just have to be Instagram. I think of Instagram because it's like the only social media I have, but it can be Facebook, it can be TikTok, it can be, I'm just not on those things. But if somebody's been watching you on any app, you could be choosing to pull back and not share as much. And like, even for some of you, it's not just one person. Like, if, we all have that like weird ex or whatever that will watch everything you do but not talk to you. It's fucking weird. It's honestly kind of creepy. And so it's like, maybe you stop posting because you're like over it, or it's like, maybe it's not one person. Maybe you're like, they just showed me in SpongeBob when Patrick is like, when he comes back to his rock and all the people are hiding under his rock and he's like, who are you people? It's like, maybe that's how you feel suddenly. You're like looking at social media and you're like, who the fuck are you people? And you just pull back. It's necessary though, especially with all the spiritual attack, like, it's necessary, this change, this shift, this pullback in you. Or maybe it's in your real life and you realize, maybe that person isn't as good of a friend as I thought they were. Maybe I can't trust them the way I thought I could. So you pull back. Maybe you stop sharing, And then here with pay attention to the red flags, passion and engagement, I feel. So we have the signs are cautioning you, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, and your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So if you just got bad news, Spirit's saying that, like, this news is to protect you and do your best to be happy about this, because this is going to ascend you to the next level. Now, for some of you as well, the signs are cautioning you, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Spirit's trying to send you messages and you're blocking it out to be sad, or not really listening as much as you could be and not connecting as much. Some of you are not sad, you're numb, and they're trying to talk to you and you're completely blocking out all things, happiness, sadness, everything, because you're trying to block it out. But here with the engagement card, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. All this is happening for your highest good. And then they just even said to me about those of you who got bad news, they're like, bad is such a loaded word. Like, it's not bad news. It's like the signs are cautioning you. Spirit is showing you something you needed to see. You're feeling something you needed to feel in order to level up and shift the paradigm that you've been stuck in. And then here with the dreamer and fulfillment, it's like Spirit wants you to have faith in yourself and in your dreams. And if you've been frustrated with your spirit team, they want you to have, they ask for forgiveness first of all, and then they want you to have a little more faith in them. And I've just been feeling lately too, like, with the whole, like, feeling all the human trafficking and everything, like, I've just been pissed at God. Like, are you kidding? Like, are you kidding? Like, how can you expect me to believe that you're like an unconditionally loving source when you're allowing this to happen? And I've just kind of been over it. And so I feel like that message I can relate to, in the sense that, like, I think there is an apology that's necessary for all of your little pawns, source. I know we're you, but we're also individuals too. And we're all your little pawns running through everything that you want to experience in life. And guess what? It's not really fair. Like, there's a lot that's just not fair. And I've been feeling that lately. Here with the Three of Swords, I feel like it's just commenting on the heartbreak that we've been moving through. And the heartbreak, if you're not currently moving through heartbreak of the past, nobody's immune to heartbreak. Every single person on this planet has had their heart broken in one way or another, whether it's romantic or not, by someone or something or just anything. And so it's like, I feel like for some of you too, if you were already in separation with someone and then it's like you're kind of pissed that you're in separation with someone, Spirit's saying like, this is not news. Spirit's saying this is not news. Like, you've been in separation. I don't know like why you're upset, and there's nothing, you can't force and pressure anything. But with the Ten of Wands, it's like you're close, you're almost there. And with the Ace of Swords, there is some sort of information that's going to come in, some news from Spirit, whether it's information from a person or just signs and synchronicities, like I was saying with the pay attention to the red flags. But Spirit's saying, like, don't let this crush your soul. You have to... Oh my god. That just made me so frustrated. Why? It doesn't matter. The phone just shifted, but now I want to cry. Like, I just can't... I just don't, this planet, I can't deal with this planet. Anyway. Spirit's saying don't give up on your dreams. And they want you to know that it's like you already have your dreams. Even on the days like today when you can't feel it. They're like, you will be rewarded. We are sorry. We do ask for forgiveness for everything that, you know, your vessel has been forced to go through, and your soul. And you know what? It's not even forced. Like, this wasn't forced. This wasn't pressured. If we truly believe in the Akashic Records, we chose this, but it's disturbing and upsetting. And maybe the choice we made, we don't always want to complete that choice, but we don't have a choice once we've already made a decision. And that's a painful feeling, I think, when you have to just keep pushing forward when you don't really have any faith in what's coming next. And I just think Spirit's saying that today is a day to go within, be by yourself, and don't even go too deep within. Just like kind of be. Just be, and you know, do the kind things, do the coping skills, take care of yourself. And also here with the reduction and this like animal-like creature looking at her, it's like, I really do think that getting less eyes on you, getting off social media is going to be really beneficial for your energy. We have the ice cream, the basketball, and a little love message and a ring. Okay, so this goes back to the engagement card. I feel like Spirit's saying that it's like the Matrix is just a game. It's all an illusion. Separation is an illusion. None of this is even real. It's better to make the most of it and just do your best not to fall too deep into sorrow and pain and difficulty. Understand that there are good things coming your way, and that it's about making a commitment to yourself and loving yourself. And it's like, as soon as you fully do that, which is like, I'm so sick of hearing that because it's like such a difficult matrix to try and crack, but they're like, literally as soon as you like lighten up and really start to put yourself first, which they're like, you're already doing it, stop being so hard on yourself and be gentle. It's a slow process. Stop trying to force and pressure the process. It's like when you fully do love yourself and commit to yourself and take care of yourself, that's when it kind of all falls into place. And there are things shifting and things are going to get better. It's just about recognizing the illusion, not taking it too seriously, and, you know, trying to look for the good in things. And what is the love message you have today, Spirit? I loved you before I even knew you. I want you back. Every time I drink, I'm ready to dial your number or text you, but I always bitch out. I fucked up. Can you even forgive me? You might get a drunk dial. And then your energy's addicting. I can't stop thinking about us. All right, like if you liked it, comment if you have something to say, subscribe if you feel like it, and yeah, I'm just gonna say thank you to my guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, and God Source for allowing me to be the channel through which these messages flow. We thank you for the truth, and we thank you for the advice. Amol Ra, Ashe Namaste, by the power of three Samotic be always works, always a blessing. All right, I love you guys. Have a good day. Bye.
And I will see you another time. Okay, bye. Love you.